Hello everyone and welcome to the Green Man's channel. Hope you're doing good and well. So I don't usually do a video like this at this point in a year. It's normally the kind of video I record at the start of a new year. But you know what, I thought, why the hell not? I'm really looking forward to these albums that are due out very soon. And it's a time of year as well where you get lots and lots of releases. So it feels like a time when naturally there are lots of albums to talk about anyway. I've listed these albums, these five in particular, for different reasons really. I think in some cases these are established bands, names you're going to recognise, where you can usually rely on the band to produce something really good. In other cases, actually bands I don't know particularly well, but I've gotten especially interested in the bands because of the advanced singles. In some cases, I think that the singles sound really great. And I've gone on to actually pre-order the albums from these bands because the singles have been that good. That is not something I do very often. I usually like to know what the whole album's like before I order it. I'm one of those kinds of people. I don't tend to pre-order much, just because I like to know, what the whole thing's going to be like. But in these cases, I've enjoyed the singles so much, I've actually gone on to pre-order a couple of these albums. But anyway, without any further ado, let me talk about these five albums, the five I'm especially looking forward to, all due out in the next few weeks. A couple of these are actually due out tomorrow on the 19th of April 2024, so by the time you watch this video, they may already be out and you can already go out and buy them in whichever way you want to buy them. So let's kick things off here with the first album I'm going to talk about, which is High on Fire's ninth studio album, Cometh the Storm. Of course, we see Matt Pike and Jeff Matz coming back into the fray here with a new drummer in Cody Willis as well. Now, High on Fire, I don't actually know that well. I do know their previous album, Electric Messiah. I do know I really enjoyed that release. So that's part of the reason I'm really looking forward to this. But also, this is getting a lot of positive word of mouth at the moment. I've seen lots of really good reviews so far for this online. And I don't always read lots of reviews for an album before it comes out. But in this case, I have. And it just seems like that there's pretty positive, commentary on this record across the board. So I can't wait for it to come out tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to giving this one a spin. I may or may not review this, we'll have to wait and see. But High on Fire's Cometh the Storm is the first album I'm looking forward to, which is on my list. Next up, I'd like to talk about the second album that's due out from a symphonic metal band called Nocturna. And this is their release of Sorcery and Darkness, which is also, as I say, due out tomorrow via Scarlet Records. And this band, they are fronted by two female singers who often sing in harmony, and it creates a really kind of powerful effect, I think. And you've also got Frozen Crown's Federico Mondelli, I think, in this band, and he is, I believe, the principal songwriter. But I'm happy to be corrected if I'm wrong on that. But that's, I think, what I've read is that he's the principal songwriter for Nocturna. And yeah, so basically in this album's case, I've heard two of the advanced singles, Seven Sins and Strangers, and I absolutely love them both. I just thought, yeah, it does sound a little bit like Nightwish maybe, but it just sounds fantastic. It's super catchy, super fun. The kind of album I feel like is going to be one of those albums that, yeah, it might not be a super high score, but it's going to get a ton of repeat listens from me. So I'm very excited to... I've actually pre-ordered this album. This is one of the albums I've pre-ordered. So this is Nocturna's of Sorcery and Darkness, due out tomorrow via Scarlet Records. Go and check that one out if you are in any way symphonic metal inclined. Now, the third album I'm going to talk about is another very well-established band. In fact, this is their 21st studio album, I believe. This is Dark Throne. And their latest offering, which is called It Beckons Us All, which is due out on the 26th of April next week via Peaceville. And, with Dark Throne, I feel like they've become a reliable band. I enjoyed Astral Fortress, and I really liked Eternal Hails from 2021 as well. And I think they were the only bands that might have had 3 album reviews on this channel. When this third album comes out, I'm probably going to review it. So they'd have had 3 album reviews. So they're pretty prolific at Dark Throne. They're a prolific band that likes to put out a lot of releases, and this is just an album that feels like it's one to be excited about on the basis, as I say, of their last couple of releases in particular, those being, as I say, Astral Fortress and Eternal Hails. So can't wait to see what we have from Dark Throne when that comes out next week on the 26th of April via Peaceville. Next up, I'd like to talk about a band that I have literally only just discovered, really, and they got me super excited with the singles that I heard from this. And this is a band called Medan Agan. They're a Greek Gothic metal band. They remind me maybe a touch of the band Elysian, another Greek Gothic metal band, but this band have a lot of elements to them, I feel. They've got sort of a bit of groove metal in there, some of the guitar riffage. The female singer is absolutely fantastic. She sings in a way which I can't think I can compare to many other singers, which is a good thing. She sort of sounds a little unique to me. And I thoroughly enjoyed their lead single, Moth, which is also going to be the album opener. And that is an absolutely, to me, I absolutely loved that song. I thought it was a really brilliant single. So I can't wait to hear what we have from Medan Agan and their album. If I didn't say the title earlier, apologies. It's called My Name is Catherine. I believe it's going to be a sort of concept album or inspired by a woman that sort of lived through really difficult times post Second World War. Something like that, anyway, is what I gathered from my research on this one. So that's Medan Agan, My Name is Catherine, due out on the 3rd of May. So you only have to wait a couple of weeks via Sleazy Rider Records. Now, the last album I want to talk about is another symphonic metal album. You know, 2 symphonic metal albums on this list, really. You could say maybe even 3 with the last one I talked about. But, I mean, I guess that's partly because of Symphonic Sundays and that I'm delving a lot into these kind of bands at the moment and getting to know a lot of them. So Elvalon's second full-length album, Ascending Synergy, is the 5th and final record I'm going to be talking about here. And I've really enjoyed their lead single, Vagabond's Heart. This album is due out on the 17th of May, coming out via Napalm Records. Now, we see a lot of symphonic metal coming out via Napalm. So I just feel like this is another band that I'm looking forward to. I might even try to, another album I'm looking forward to. I might try and get this band maybe onto Symphonic Sundays if I can. It just seems like it would be a good one to also maybe to review when it comes out as well. So yeah, just another symphonic metal band and a release that I'm looking forward to listening to when this one comes out. That's out on the 17th of May. So that's the one that's slightly further in the distance, but you won't have to wait around too long for it. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, you like this kind of content, talk lots about rock and metal albums. Obviously, at the moment, I've got a series dedicated to symphonic metal, which is dedicated to promoting and talking all things symphonic metal. Also, I have segments on the channel relating to horror and a bit of fantasy too. So anyway, from me, until next time, take care and bye for now.